In Mexico, the government reported a 15% increase in the minimum wage, a growth that takes place in the midst of the health crisis caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Our correspondent Eduardo Martinez has the story.
From the northern state of Sonora, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador celebrated the 15% increase in the minimum wage announced by the commission that gathers government's representative workers and employers sectors. This last only proposed 10%.
On this occasion, there was no consensus among the three parties. However, there were not many differences, that an offer of an increase was made by the business sector and the members of the commission considered that it wasn't enough.
The president expressed disagreement with the criticism coming from the businessmen that exaggerate about the possible consequences that the increase could have. They argued that up to 7,000 companies could go bankrupt in the next 3 months.
Workers are going to have an increase that on a global scale is still embarrassing. How are we going to be in the G20 group of the richest countries in the world and we are going to be ranked 76 in terms of payments of wages?
During the governments of the so-called neoliberal period, the president explained the purchasing power of the minimum wage fell by 75%. This situation has repercussions on the economy of families that, according to merchants like Carmen, already bought little and now with the pandemic their sales have plummeted by up to 60%.
I realize that people don't have money. They ask for one thing and they say it expensive. It's the least. Yes, I can't sell any cheaper because I already have low prices.
The Economic Commission for the Latin America and the Caribbean, ECLAC, highlighted in its latest report that the Mexican economy will be one of the most affected at the end of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Mexico's economic activity recovery is around 3.8%. Obviously, a first projection and the drop by 2020 will be minus 9%.
This increase is expected by 2021, where it would barely be enough to compensate for a third of the decrease caused by the confinement and the costs associated with the presence of SARS-CoV-2 in the world. In general, the region will take up to 10 years to recover conditions similar to those it had before the health emergency.